Welcome to a whole new series of Cactus Plays Phoenix Wright. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And what we got is the Ace Attorney Turning Trilogy on Switch.
Yes.
And I've never logged into this. I'm not quite sure how it's set up, so this is just the opening thing. All we've done is adjusted the options a bit for recording.
Right.
So let's go into a new game.
So yeah, we want to play the first one, so...
And Justice for All, and then Trials and Tribulations.
I'm pretty sure that the one that I played was Trials and Tribulations, though that was like 12 years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. So this should be fun.
Yeah, and I've never played an Ace Attorney game. I've seen one of my friends play like 20 minutes of one.
Yeah.
Where there was a whale, I think.
Okay.
And that was it. That's all I know about it. In one of them, there's a whale.
Should be fun. Seems a nice bloke.
The first series where we're starting with 2 microphones.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting.
Hopefully we get to do some voice acting, and we can go a bit weird with it because we have our things. Oh, am I supposed to do something here? Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought it was a loading screen. I'm sorry, folks. Play the first turnabout. Sure. I'm dumb.
Oh, shit. Gallons of the stuff.
The fuck is this?
A bludgeoning weapon.
Oh.
Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this.
Oh shit.
I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him! I'll make it look like he did it.
I don't think there was a text speed control, so we're just sort of stuck with what we got. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Interesting you go into it already knowing the killer.
Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. Okay, do we know? I'm sure he has a voice, but I think the only thing I got...
Objection!
Yeah, that's all I got when I just... Objection!
Well, you get to be Phoenix.
Alright, so... Boy, am I nervous.
He's just going to point every time he talks.
Yes.
Right!
Oh, hey, girl. Oh! Hiya, Chief!
Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Oh, hey, I can just hit the little plus button for option. Oh, hey, that brings us right into it.
And you can solve a load at any time. That's nice.
Yeah, that actually is really nice. Okay. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor?
What the fuck was that ding?
You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Turns out my client is the district attorney.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's news to me.
What system was this originally on?
So the first one was originally on GBA and then ported to DS with an extra case.
Okay.
And then now it's all just like drawn for the HD version.
Okay. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. And no more.
It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. ... Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah.
He's a millennial. Nick!
His name's Butz.
A fine name.
Hey! Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence, I ain't afraid to die!
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Is Phoenix's name Nick?
I guess.
Huh. Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished!
Nicholas Phoenix, right?
Or Phoenix.
Oh.
I can't live in a world without her, I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Oh shit. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Row.
Shut the fuck up. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
How can you just keep a straight face and say that name?
He's an old man who's a judge. He's probably seen many terrible names.
Yeah, that's probably true.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Good voice. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Really, you're gonna switch it up to that voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm being bitten by a cat, so.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client.
No shit.
Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Cat, you need to calm down.
Thank you, Your Honor. ...
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Fuck. Yes, Your Honor. Go. Handshaking.
Knees weak.
Eyesight fading. Mom spaghetti.
This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Phoenix Wright.
Defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Correct.
I'm surprised Harry Butz wasn't an option.
Oh, God. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Did we hear her name?
Oh. Woo, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times.
He's also your best friend's, girlfriend, though, right?
Yeah, but, yeah. It's... Wait. Nope. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up for this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record.
Oh. I guess R for court record? Okay. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry my attorney's badge. Cindy's autopsy report.
And then R again for profiles?
Okay. Cindy Stone. Model she lived in an apartment by herself. Likable guy who's been with friends since grade school. Prosecutor, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Okay. Okay. No, crap, B is the other one. Sorry, switching around with A and B is, awkward.
Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cinder Block. I like it. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death?
Court record.
Attorney's badge. Come on, slide.
No, fuck. Go back. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma.
She died because she was...
hit with a blunt object.
Yeah, she hit the blunt too hard.
She was struck once by a blunt object.
I made myself laugh.
Oh, yeah?
She overdosed on marijuana. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Case dismissed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record.
A statue in the shape of the Thinker. That's rather heavy.
No, you. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial.
You don't add evidence during... Oh, okay, god damn it.
Yeah, you're generally supposed to be, made aware of it beforehand, except for in very specific circumstances.
Right, we've been watching a lot of Legal Eagle.
Yeah, and I've also watched a lot of Law & Order in my time.
Yeah.
That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court.
Also not true.
Use the R button to check the court record frequently. I wonder if Legal Eagle Eye has played these games.
Good question.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls for the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Yeah, the number one reason why you're going to lose a case as a defense attorney is because your client said something stupid.
Yeah.
Is my understanding. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. When do I get to shout objection? Look at this cocky motherfucker.
Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Yeah, maybe not the best examples here. Ooh, I guess that's just going back to the didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
She's a slut. Bong.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record.
Oh, this is all happening in America. Okay. Apparently a ride home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
I wonder where in America it takes place.
Wait, isn't this like August 10th or something, or August 3rd? This is stupid fast for a trial to happen.
True, unless it's like a high-profile case, right?
But it's not.
Yeah, it's just some murder of some chick.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's, August of 2 years later.
Could be. It doesn't say years. Though the defendant's clearly just like super upset about it, so it's probably not.
Yeah, this seems super odd.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Nice. That sounds like a great Phoenix Wright game, just Phoenix Wright sugar daddies.
You're just bringing in pimps?
Yeah.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Of dying?
Dude! We could clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Yeah, and, good for her.
Zelda is a slut.
If you can get older people to just give you money, and they're aware of the terms of the exchange, don't con them out of it or anything, but, if you're just like, hey...
Let's throw them the old bangarang every now and again.
I would like it if you give me money, and they just go, okay, here you go. And good for you.
Yeah.
Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Just look at those beady eyes. Should I wait and see what happens? Or stop him from answering?
We should probably listen to Mia.
Yeah, because that's sort of like a leading judgmental question, and it doesn't really have to do anything with it, so...
Right.
I think that's a good objection. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant, motherfucker? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead.
I like his shirt.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
I don't know.
I like his jacket too.
Yeah, can I get like an orange blazer jacket? Dinner jacket? Whatever the fuck that is. Maybe orange leather?
I don't know that you pull off the orange jacket.
Yeah, not at all. Maybe with my new haircut that I got just 20
Yeah, I don't like
minutes
it. But maybe if you dyed your hair red, that would work out.
ago. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, what? Oh,
I'm gonna
damn.
get to the bottom of this.
It just kind of kept going. Okay.
let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Judge, you need to not have an opinion on that. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. Are you surprised that he went? Did you not question him before this? The fuck is wrong with you? Well, it's relevant. I have no grounds for objection here.
Yeah.
I know. I'll send him a signal.
Smoke signal.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Is that what tell the truth is? Smacking the table, rubbing your non-existent chin beard, and then pointing at a motherfucker?
Tell her the truth!
Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Butz? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. I didn't see her.
Oh shit.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
You kind of need to, clear up all of your questions with this guy. Fuck it.
The man who found the victim's body.
Oh, it's gonna be that, mole.
Yeah.
In the middle of the head, motherfucker. Okay.
Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
I love the faces in this. Look at that blush.
Yeah, I know, right? Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sochwit to the stand.
Yeah, this motherfucker. Who wears purple suit?
Mr. Sochwit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Kind of asshole wears purple pants.
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sowit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony. Okay, and we got a little testimony flashing thing here.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
I already see some problems with this testimony.
Oh yeah? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. You can easily defend somebody against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
That's not really how phones work, though, right? Yeah, exactly. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sowit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
It was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes! Yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination? Your Honor?
All right, Wright. God damn it. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right?
He better be.
Then what? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Fuck if I know. The Butz did it. How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face!
Okay.
Open the court record with the R button and point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Okay, so that's the autopsy report. Time of death is between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m.
Well, there's a problem there.
Yeah. Apparently right home from Paris on the day before. Yep. Blackout record. I'm not entirely sure how to go.
Well, he said that he called it in at 1 p.m.
Right, but she's like, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
So you probably move on and it will give you the option, right?
Hopefully. Knock on chair. Cross-examination.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Alright,
Okay.
so I think that you just need to keep going until you find the part where he's lying, and then you use the L or R buttons.
Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. That's,
I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture. Good objection.
Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next?
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Okay. Do we need to press anything on that one?
I'm not sure on that one.
I don't think we have anything on that one.
No. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. And there's blood everywhere.
I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next?
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. And then he went inside.
Right. So, do I need to press here or present here, or what do I... I'm gonna try it. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay. What happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately.
Okay.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. So, yeah, now he's a jailbird.
Yeah. The phone in our apartment wasn't working.
Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right.
but you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that the phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Okay.
Objection! Those don't exist! I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. There you go.
Let's see.
Top
X.
one.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe! Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m.
Phoenix? It's not the time.
It's the perfect time. How do you explain this 3 hour
Look at that
gap?
smug motherfucker.
Yeah, with only half a face. Honestly, the way his face is drawn is weird looking.
Yeah, a lot of people prefer the sprite-based game instead of this one, but I figure if we're doing it for this, let's just do the HD one.
Yeah.
Oh, that! Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. So-Wit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again?
Witness testimony.
The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Motherfucker.
Right?
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Now, I got a problem with that, Mr. So-Wit.
Yes, many problems.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do?
I've got this one. Cross-examination.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
You said heard, not saw?
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all!
I don't like that sound.
The witness did say he actually heard the time.
It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
There we go.
Yeah, get fucked.
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. So-Wit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. So-Wit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
That shocked face of his. It's like he's getting punched in the dick every time he's wrong. I love it so much.
My apologies, Your Honor.
That's what he gets for wearing purple.
It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Hearing the time.
He's just moving so fast. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a tablecloth in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. What? That doesn't make any sense. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Yeah, you're an idiot, you goober. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
And that strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I mean, was there? I don't know.
Probably.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
This isn't a clock.
Yeah.
Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how was this supposed to be a clock?
What? You're with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Hey, shoutouts to 2019.
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now?
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
And the clock was just wrong?
Because, yeah.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim.
That would be quite a surprise.
Yeah, that voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Look at that face. Look how ugly it is. He clearly did it.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw it. Yeet.
Oh shit! You motherfucker!
Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Do we need to examine the clock's batteries? Ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't ask the neighbors.
It's probably not that loud.
And if you try sounding the clock, it might just be dead.
Right, it's probably dead in the bag after, well, it's only been a couple days, I guess. But
Yeah, but even still, it did just get smacked on somebody's head. But the batteries, yeah, fuck it. Try sounding the clock. Why not? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep, beep.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
3 hours in the future?
Yeah.
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawwood heard and the actual time of death.
So, oh, that's it.
So, Mr. Sawwood, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing!
Oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow at the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case!
Ding. He's right. How am I going to prove that?
Why else would you think that it was 1 p.m.?
Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Rat, it seems you lacked critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness.
Indict.
Is that how you spell that?
Yeah.
Weird. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal!
I guess we should have asked the neighbors.
Maybe. You lawyers are all slime.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Is there not? Did we just lose?
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Perhaps not.
Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Because she brought it back from when she was on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? I don't like that. Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Rat, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course.
The passport, right?
There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off! Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
My attorney badge. So not the time of death, obviously.
It's the passport,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
it's the only one left. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder.
No, she was still abroad.
As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Alright, sure.
I like this game.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit!
Order! Order, I say!
We killed him with evidence.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly
I don't think I've ever seen this go to trial so quickly. Jesus.
and find the true culprit at the same time.
Yeah, you know, all in a day's work. Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty.
Hooray!
Confetti. I would love that in court.
Yeah, that'd be way better.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
All right. So options, and then Save.
Yeah.
Because we're at 40 minutes or so.
That'll be good.
A little bit less than that, maybe, because we had some setup time.
This has been fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I'm
looking forward to
appreciate
this
the
series
puns.
quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So let us know what you guys think if you're enjoying the series. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yes.
I'm certainly going to be trying to pick up more voices as we go along.
And we have 3 full games here. I'm not saying that we're necessarily going to do all of them at once.
But we might do like a Mass Effect thing. you
Yeah,
know.
we'll probably do one and then another game and then the next one and then the other game.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be great.
But yeah, let's go ahead and do our shoutouts.
Why don't you go first?
So my shoutout is to something that I very recently received. From the...
Look what you've done.
Fuck it! It don't matter.
Oh.
There we go. From the World Builder site, and it's the Name of the Wind 10th Anniversary Edition that's been signed by Patrick Rothfuss. And I like it a whole lot. It's got little bitty red on the edges of the pages, and there are extra drawings, and it's pretty.
Yes, I was saying that he was reading Red Book because the pages were red. He'd never heard of Red Book, the magazine, before somehow.
It's not a real thing.
It's apparently not a real thing. I keep meaning to show him them whenever we go to the store, but I keep forgetting about it.
Because they're not at the store, because it's not real.
Oh.
So, I really like the Name of the Wind book in general. I really like Patrick Rothfuss. I really wish he would finish the series. He needs to. God damn it. I know he's on the rewrite phase. I know we have pretty much a completed book out there somewhere in the world. And if he doesn't finish it soon, I'm going to break into his fucking house and steal the damn thing. Because I need it.
You like the first one or second one better?
Interesting question.
So, just yes?
Just interesting question.
Uh-huh. He doesn't have an opinion.
It would be a complicated opinion.
Yeah, there's so many different parts.
Yeah,
In those.
they are very big books.
I think the second one has higher highs,
Maybe.
but
You also think the second one has
lower lows, yeah.
because
It's hard to say.
because you never took anthropology and you don't understand why he's pulling and saying some of the things he does about some of the different cultures that Quoth encounters, and that's okay.
Fucking hate the Ademre. They're the worst.
That's okay. You be an ignorant bitch all you want.
That's fine.
But yeah, I really like this version, and plus because I was able to get it through World Builders, I was also supporting that charity organization, so I feel good about that. I also have the German edition of that book that is also signed because I'm picking up some English and German versions, and I'm doing cross translations to work on my German more.
Yes.
So it's a complicated enough book that I'm gonna have a lot of fun working through it in both languages.
World Builders is a cool website. It's a charity foundation, obviously. But also, it's got just a bunch of different authors coming together with, like, merch. So you can get Kevin Hearn stuff, and Patrick Rothfuss stuff, and Jim Butcher stuff, and a bunch of other authors on there, too. And it's really cool since it supports charity. I've got a couple things from there for Jim Butcher stuff. You can usually buy, like, a signed version of a book. It's Patrick Rothfuss's charity, so he's got most of his stuff on there. But
Yeah, you can buy like tax sets and all that stuff there, especially like specialized custom tax sets that I can't find anywhere else. They're on there. They're also expensive as fuck, so I'll probably just end up making my own at some point. But yeah.
yes. Cool. Yeah. I'll probably reread those books again once the third one's about to come out. So I'm never going to reread those books again.
Right.
But yeah.
Bastard.
As for me, I'm going to do a shout out to the makers of this game, Capcom. I'm sure that I've done a shout out to them before when we played a Capcom game, because I assume we played a Capcom game before.
Probably.
We played too
we?
many games. I don't remember.
Yeah, we're into the 20 numbers of games. Almost 30.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just this is a kind of strange game for them, right? Like at one point they're known just for their side-scrolling platformers, or their kind of fighting game stuff with Street Fighter and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden they come out with this fucking lawyer game.
And it's great,
And it's
apparently.
great. Yeah. So I just want to do a shout out to Capcom for keeping their minds open to multiple kind of series. And then Phoenix Wright shows up in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and you're like, okay, that's weird.
And he tosses papers at people.
And
which is
sneezes.
great. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's one of his moves, is to sneeze.
I like that a lot.
And a lot of people
that's pretty
want
fucking dumb, but I like that a
Phoenix
lot.
Wright in Smash Bros. I don't know that I feel that.
I don't think I feel that either.
But it would certainly be interesting. People always associate Phoenix Wright specifically with Nintendo, which is, I think, why they do that. Because it was on the GBA and DS exclusively for so long.
Okay.
I think it's only very recently with this HD thing that it showed up on the other platforms.
Okay.
So, there's that. But yeah, shout outs to Capcom. Good job, you guys. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. So, that's it for us. Let us know what you think down below.
Are our voices terrible? Are they too recycled from the last game, from Asako Academy?
Obviously.
Since I'm doing almost all of them.
Obviously.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.